Okay, now it says you're live. All
right, we'll see if we're actually coming through this time.
I'm just gonna refresh again. Hello.
Right.
Okay, yes.
We're coming
but
through.
we're tinny.
We're tinny, are we?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second, guys. So I will just take us out. See if we're coming through nice and clean now.
I'm waiting for it's got the silence.
Yeah, I know it's got the delay.
Yeah, we're good now.
We're good now?
Yeah.
Alright, it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up.
It's there.
It's there. Oh! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the weekly WAYPN.
Weekly WAYPN.
I'm Karl.
And I'm Sunny.
AKA
Henry and Sangita, and we are starting off with a different person today.
Blasphemy.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Who is this sexy person?
Yeah, it's got to be explained to me. And unless I hear a different voice, I won't understand
it. Oh gosh. Oh, cue for me to talk?
Yeah, you gotta read your post.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read quickly. I'm gonna skim from that because my brain is only halfway working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, long shot. This is my first Slaneshi model. And I have a very, very specific thing in mind for my Slaneshi forces, be it like for the fantasy or for 40k, is that each and every unit gonna be inspired by either like the visual style of like the band or like the album covers or something like that. Basically something visual I can take. And this is my first model. It's a Keeper of Secrets, the color scheme and kind of visual look inspired by the album cover for Halloween's Better Than Raw, with Halloween being my favorite band. So yeah, basically you could kind of see I tried to work with as much as possible, like keeping it on the same base and whatnot. Otherwise I would have had to like get like 200mm base to fit like every single possible thing. And yeah, the skin was mainly orange. All the clothes thing, I tried to make it look like a leather. So I used some glossy black, faked some reflection, and mixed actually just a bit of red. So in person it actually has slight reddishness when you look closely to it. So it's not pure black, but it has some warmth and reddishness. And then I covered it with a thin layer of like gloss varnish to have more reflectiveness. Nice. Unfortunately, I don't think camera caught it as well for whatever reason. I think but you know, and the I guess cape, basically I try to go for like that super light blue, almost white color. And a lot of gems here and there, and also pumpkins, because again, Halloween, yes, my with E, that's like E. Hell, yes, Halloween with E.
Halloween. Is that the original is with an A, right? Yeah.
That the name of the holiday, yes. Yeah. The name of the band with E.
Righto. Okay, I'm just gonna read out the comments for the post.
Yeah, because we had somebody, I think, it might not have been this one, but there was one where somebody joined specifically to comment on one of the Discord posts.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, we've got Iskandar who says, love the skin colors, and I said I thought the same too. And we've got Justin who said, loving the work on that cloth. And I would have to agree with both of them. So right off the bat, when I saw this post on the Discord, I was like, yes, because the color scheme of that sort of orange and black
I think it's not just because it's an orange; it's because it's a very bright orange.
Very bright orange. It could almost be red, as close to a red tone, and it just has that sort of menacing color psychology going on there, right? Red and black. Well, in this case, orange and black. But I'm just trying to compare it. Like it's pretty close.
Orange is pretty close to red in that regard. So
plus,
I did start with the red as the undertones. So so in shade it's pretty much almost dark red.
Yeah, let's take a look at your Excel sheet here. This is one of the things we love about Neuro's post is that he goes in and shows us exactly what he used and the colors that he used, and it's such a great resource.
Yeah, well, see, I think this is also good why we have some of the people that we do, because I think, like, for example, with Neuro and with Larry, right, you see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right, so, like, Neuro will usually just show his finished product, but, like, the whole thing is you see how we get there.
Yeah.
Right?
Because, like, some people just take a look at a post and they say, like, oh my god, that effect, so wonderful. How did you do it? And then you have the colors.
Funny thing, I actually, in a different Discord server, I actually got asked by somebody, damn, that skin looked good. How did you do it? I just I just gave them that Excel image, and a few other people were like, saved.
Yeah. Well, I think like the thing is that resources like this are really good, because I think it also breaks down another thing, right? So the thing is, right, you only usually post your finished stuff. You won't often post your works in progress. And like I get it, right?
But it's not that. It's just that I can work finish half the model in a day, but then I'm just for 2 weeks I'm just basically taking only couple of layers of paint at a time.
All good. So but the point I wanted to make is, right, one of the biggest things that we talk about with this is we want to talk about how it's a process, right? And see, somebody looks at this, right, and even if they go, this might not be El Miniaturista, but I couldn't even do this, right? But then you look at the end and you're like, this is, and it's like, no, it's completely possible. Just follow this list, and this might look intimidating until you actually go through it, and it's usually not as hard as it looks.
Yeah,
right?
Once you actually start.
Yeah.
Things, it's not as hard.
So
I'm always using pretty simple technique, I would say, blending, dry brushing, that highlighting. That's pretty base technique, I would say, for most part. But I think that even with the base techniques, you can get some really good results, as you can see.
Yeah, but so I just wanted to talk about your source material for a second. So I think you've got really good color contrast on the cover because it uses a lot of aquas against the orange.
Yeah, classic complementary for this.
But what I do want to say is, so we talked about this briefly in color psychology, but yellow and black is one of the warning colors, but also orange and black fits within that same area. So, for example, insects and snakes will have orange and black and just be like, don't mess with me. Yeah.
And this has that sense of danger, or that sense. Because when we take a look at the original color scheme, which is usually a pale purple or a pale pink, it just does not have that same menacing vibe.
Yeah, so I think that the other reason why this is so menacing is because of this here.
The eyes, for sure. I was going to point that out too.
Yeah.
I love how you did that black, fully black eye with just that sort of two white dots to show. It's almost like a like a glow
or like just a
highlight.
spot reflection.
Spot reflection, yeah, you know. There's nothing scarier than just pitch black eyes on something.
I'm actually surprised it was like as visible as it is, because I just was like, eyes were literally the last thing I added to the Keeper Secrets itself. I was like, oh yeah, I need to do eyes, and I was like, I'm gonna try to like basically make it like it's all black. It's basically black mixed with green, and then going to like green. But I basically, instead of like making it very smooth, I basically did dots of like green, lighter green, and whatnot, with like almost pure white with a little bit of green mixed in. So it's like still in those.
Yeah, no, and look, it works. It works. Like that's.
I'm surprised the camera captured it, because I thought.
Well, I did actually want to speak about the camera work for a second. So, Sonny, you might want to talk a bit more about how it might like the camera work, because it does seem slightly blown out, doesn't it?
It does, but that's mostly because of the white.
Yeah,
I find that
I literally lost like some of the color sheet that came with it, and I just didn't replace them.
I think. Yeah, sorry. Please go.
I need to order them off Amazon. Not a big deal, but
you don't even need to go to Amazon. Here's all you need to do: just go down to your local news agency, get yourself some grey cardstock. Bob's your uncle. You're done.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
we
and
use
just
a cardstock. Yeah.
yeah.
I think we use a A2 size or something, a really big one, basically.
Yeah, but see, that's for a very big booth. His booth
Because
is
it's
much
small.
smaller,
mine
so
is
you
more like
Yeah.
A3 at
Yeah.
most.
Yeah, that
Yes.
should do it. That should do it.
yeah,
Yeah, like
and
I
you
find,
just let it concave. That's all you
yeah,
have to
just
do.
like, which he's already doing here. And because with this sort of portable light booths, they tend to have the reflective sides, which when you have the white, it just
Really, yeah.
intensifies the brightness.
So
On the high profiles, I'd say it's a little bit less blown out.
yeah. And see, like, if you do get a new backdrop, feel free to post this again. And we will do a comparison, because I think that's really important, because I think a lot of people don't realize how their photo setup is affecting things.
And I think the most impressive part of the model is actually the cape, because you know how difficult it is to paint white, and it reads white. Even though it's a pretty high contrast white, like he's the gray goes pretty dark. And I love the stippling. The stippling's absolutely beautiful on this.
I'd call that feathering rather than
is it
stippling.
feathering? It looked
Like,
So if it strokes, it's feathering.
feathering
if
slash
it's
hatching.
Yeah, if it's if you're like
Using
stabbing,
dots. Yeah.
if it's stabbing,
I
then
would
it's
say
stippling.
I did strokes on it, so
Yeah,
So
so you did a
feathering.
hatching style. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah. I
It's-
wasn't sure like the term for it.
It
Probably
does.
need to-
It doesn't like that's not the important part. The important part
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
It's
result.
the effect, yeah, because it from far it almost looked like a shimmery fabric,
Mm,
which is fitting for the theme. But what is it shows an immense level of control, and it shows the reference shining through, because like you take a look at the album cover.
Yeah. So we'll go back to that for a moment.
It's got that sort of classic high contrast 80s poster look about it, right?
When the album was released.
Was it in the 80s?
Yes.
Yeah, classic. And like it's so hard to strike that balance with high contrast coloring style, and like what you it's just beautiful. The cape just came out
So
pretty much just like the cover.
I think it's time we get to away from the praise and to what wasn't done perfectly. So here's where I think you can improve, right? Mm-hmm. So when it comes to these reflective strokes, I think the idea behind it is really good, but unfortunately, what happens is when you've got ones like this one right here that I'm showing on stream, it's not a perfect stroke. So when it comes to these sorts of things, you basically only want to do one stroke. You've got you've got a couple where it's like up the top where it's one stroke, or it's just this like fine line and stuff like that. And where it's areas like that, it comes through so much better. As an example, I'm not sure if it's a true reflection, but like on the legs, for example, or this what is these, like the tails that come out near the cloak. I don't know what that is.
It's supposed to be
The
it's kind of clothes thing, but like it's demons. It could be
Yeah.
clothing.
Yeah, whatever it is. Like, I think that might be true gloss, but if you see the true gloss and you compare it with your gloss, right? So it's just these straight lines, and it's just like whoosh, whoosh, and yours is just more like. So you got that little bit of jaggedness, and like that sort of ruins the effect, right? Like people get what you're going for, right? It's not as if like it's a start again thing or anything like that. But yeah, the other thing
that's an area of improvement.
Yeah. The other thing I would say is like I do like the skin, but I think that it could be blended significantly more. So like you've got all of the, like, I really like the highlights.
Has that kind of like you see where one paint ends and where the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So like it's mostly with the shadows more than the highlights. So the highlights I'd say are a lot better, but the shadows are essentially where you've got the issue.
More obvious.
Because
a little bit more darker midtones.
No. So I think trying to remember, I think we've done a short on skin tones, but I think also Old Mate did. Who's the guy who looks like he's like classic nerd?
What, Vince Ventrella?
No, not Vince Ventrella. He's an actual nerd. Like I'm
shade to our Lord and Savior Vince Ventrella.
Well, hey! Do I tell a lie? I'm talking about. I'm talking about his mate, the one who's he always paid more minutes. Miniac has a thing on skin, right? And see, the shadows are almost non-existent when it comes to skin, and so that's the thing. And yeah, so like I think one of the things that you did very well, which is sort of a bit underplayed with this, is reaching your source material with doing some pretty minimal things. So the cauldron is the major theme here, right? But the secondary theme is all the pumpkins. And so I think that with those pumpkins and with the way...
have a base.
Yeah, and...
didn't have much enough base for a cauldron.
Yeah, and...
That's literally the only reason why I didn't.
And so with the little demon with the orange head and with the pumpkins, I think that it came off well. You know, like... It gives this whole sort of like dark Halloween idea.
Yeah,
right?
And the model already speaks for that sort of sexy vibe, right? You don't have to re-emphasize it with the color, so to speak, with like, I don't know, flamboyant color schemes or anything like that. Because this is an evil faction. They are meant to be scary. And I think this really communicates it. Really feels very nice.
But I'd say...
I also love the non-metallic metal on the demon, the little flying guy. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
That claw.
I think that is... I think that's true metallic metal.
Or whatever metallic metal.
But it, like, true metallic metal and non-metallic metal will look the same if done properly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just highlighted like... started with darker silver, then went for lighter silver shaded, and then few more highlights of silver.
Yep.
with, like,
It
good,
works.
That's correct. That's correct.
But yeah, I'd say that sort of outshines the sword. I'd say that the sword is one of the weaker aspects.
It's very lackluster because I do feel that the sword could have been pushed a bit more, especially that's on the feature model.
But we've spent 20 minutes on this one, so there's two things I want to say, and then we'll wrap up. So first off, Neuro is a Discord member. That's why we're doing it first. And
plus, it's like 1 a.m. or something.
Yes, that was the thing I was about to say.
Right now.
Really?
That's literally, I'm begging them to do me first posted because I try not to go to bed at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the other people who have to wait.
Yeah.
We have not taken a look at any of the comments, so let us see if anything has been
Yeah,
said.
so Iskander says, the 80s. I was still a kid back then. Basically the thing is, yes, become a member. We are looking for more money as much as possible, of course.
Why not?
Or, if you're a part of the community, we try and just do that little extra bit because we think that it's important to just have that little bit, because if somebody's going to put this level of work in, they want this feedback, we're more than happy to give it. And that's what we used to do on the Saturday thing, and we'd usually spend around about this
an
long.
hour.
Well, I'm saying per post.
Oh yeah, per post. Yeah, but we don't really get many. Like sometimes only anywhere between 1 to 3, which is why we are combining them. Onto the
and
sections.
so like that's one of the benefits if you become a member, that we'll like spend a bit more time on it, because one, I think you did put in a tremendous amount of effort, and Neuro has been a long time supporter, and we want to have that ability for everybody to be able to actually get the feedback live so that they can comment. Neuro, got anything to say?
Again, even with like few short comments like the sword, the slide not as good of a blend as it could be, and like the leather not being perfect, I'm still immensely proud because
I think it's good. It's
a tribute to my favorite band, so like it's always gonna be on that little bit more personal. This model with its flaws is still gonna be that kind of on that very personal level for me, for that reason alone.
Yeah, well, just because there's room to improve doesn't mean
it means I can do better next time.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that something's bad, right? Like, I'm sure that I could even look at something that Vince Ventrella's done and like give room for improvement. But the question is, like, does it hit your goals? It does hit your goals, but I think like you really did a tremendous amount of work with this one. And like, if you wanted to come back, for example, with the skin work, I think that was totally viable. I'd leave the leather alone.
Yeah.
But like, if you wanted to put some more time in the skin, but this is perfectly viable. This is a great model.
Beautiful. I'd love to have something like this.
Yeah. And I think if somebody said, like, I want a model which is a tribute to this cover, I think somebody would be more than happy with this.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Go Boy is right. Hell yeah, community. Oh, you want me to put up the questionable media that?
Yeah, we can put up. This was previously.
So Sunny wants me to get the channel banned.
Yes.
Because she sent another photo along with this.
Tushy. Nice tushy.
So,
but let's take a look at the leather, right? So it's actually pretty easy if you break it down into simple shapes. So if I could just borrow the mouse.
This is dangerous.
It starts off with just that pitch black, and then the next is like a highlighting of a dark grey, very very dark grey, almost like a shade up from the black.
I wouldn't need, like, let's say you're using like a black like Abaddon black. Like, I wouldn't even do that. I'd only do the sort of whitish highlights.
Yeah, so like you can see, it's just like black, and then suddenly it's just a white dot. Or like a white dash, but it's got to be very precise. Like Henry said, it has to be straight. It has to be like that precise curvature. If it's scratchy, it just doesn't.
It doesn't sell the effect. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's how you get that sort of high reflective
I'm not going to
surface.
show the second image though.
There is no second image.
Okay. All right.
Wait, there is no second image.
Oh no! Selling the suspense.
Anyway, all right. It is time for us to move on, and if you've got to head off, Neuro, we will talk to you another time.
Thank you for coming.
I will stay for like 10-15 more minutes just so I can.
Sure.
Like, just
good.
get over with my stuff and leave. It feels a little rude.
No, you're all good because like it's like what is the time there?
1:26.
You're allowed to go to bed, my dude. Alright, so speaking of thematic, we've got another very thematic entry after this. So I think this is Stav Allen.
Allen, yeah.
And yes, so he's an Allen, so he's obviously put in a lot of work.
Yeah, if you guys are on the Discord, you would know that the Allens are
is the medal that you get for great work, Allen.
Yeah, because like once you are an Allen, it usually means that you're like some professional painter. That's
apparently.
Period. Okay, so here we have a Delac gang from Necromunda. Tried adding some real world smoke effects in the light box.
Yeah, no,
it's really cool.
It's come together really well. It does make giving some feedback a little harder, but I do think that it's worth it for the cinematic thing. So Sunny, would you like to give any of your feedback?
Yeah, like it really sells that sort of scary gang look.
Mm-hmm,
especially when you see the green shining through the smoke and everything like that. But that's yeah. And I love the colors that he's gone for, like muted colors everywhere, but then you've got pops of vibrancy through the muzzle burn or the lenses.
Mm-hmm. You were saying something, Neuro?
It's creepy, but in like cool way. It's that the green is like just adds the effect to like some kind of uncanny, like scary stuff. I love it.
So, I think that the contrast works very, very well because, like, he's doing the muted palette right, but he is doing that pop of color right, and this is very similar to
Grinda?
Yeah, but who's our
Ryan Conrad?
Ryan Conrad, who does this. So there is one thing I'd say though, right? I think that the green is good. But I think that it could be picked up a lot because this is where people are going to focus, right? So, like, you can get away with a lot. Yes, it is very Dark City vibes. You are correct. It does feel very much like Dark City, which is a great movie, which we have not shown Sunny because Sunny is prone to nightmares. And
yes, I am.
And there's many things that we can't show her. But anyway, so long story short, I think when it comes to this, right, what I'd probably do is I'd probably spend more time on the eyes. What I'd probably do is if you want a similar effect to this, I'd paint them white, like a very bright white, and then I'd use a thin layer of Tesseract Glow.
Use Tesseract Glow or even a neon yellow paint will work well as well.
Yeah. Because the reason I say, do more with the eyes, right? Even with these ones, I'd try and do the dot highlight of the white.
Yeah.
Just to bring these up. And yes, I would say that it's worth doing that part because look, where does your focus shoot straight to?
The eyes. Like, my attention is straight on all the eyes.
Yeah.
I only see the eyes, yeah. Especially with the photography that he's gone for. With, like, you've got all the smoke, which is blurring out the guys at the back. And all the clothes are blending in with the color of the smoke as well.
Yeah.
So, like, your eyes just go to what is the brightest thing here. Which
and
is
the highest saturation as well.
Yes. Which is the eyes and then the muzzle burn on the main guy.
Well, I'd say it goes to the eyes and then it goes to the skin. I think that the skin's looking good. It's quite pale. I like the purple undertones. I think that that's good, right? But the thing is, spend that extra time on the eyes, because if you're going to go to this sort of high contrast effect, hide all your sins, which is totally okay. It's fine to do something like that, right? But if you're going to do it like that, spend that extra time on the thing that you're doing, because otherwise it's going to feel a bit cheap.
Yeah.
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 All right, let us move on to...
Oh, shoot, we haven't done the timestamps again.
It's all right, such is life. Nero took priority, so I think that was...
maybe about 5 minutes. We'll call it 5-10 minutes. So 6:30 now.
Okay.
So we'll say 6:20.
Okay, 6:20.
20 is it?
It was 0:20 when it started, was it?
For the staff, I believe.
Okay, all right.
I'm just
and
guessing.
We are at 0:32 for this.
Yeah, 32. Larry.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so what does Larry have to say?
Probably.
Yeah, probably hard to tell. There's even paint on it, but I airbrushed gray on the animal parts and the dark, transparent gray from underneath as shading. Obviously more to do, but it's a start.
Hey, look, it's good. It's a start. This is the thing. Share your starts. Make yourself accountable to other people.
Also, very interesting that he's done a transparent gray from the underneath. That's different.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see where this goes. Okay, and then next we have... you still 6:32, right?
Yep.
Yep, okay, we forgot another from Larry. Mighty Marvel Hero Hour continues. Did the faces of Reed and Sue, more work to come. And went over the white parts of the uniforms with scale 75 cream white / white sands. Then over the edges and folds with straight white. Feathering it over broader upward facing surfaces. Reeded the white on Spidey after touching up the black areas that needed it, then put white on the clouds on the Frog of Thunder's face.
Which is Frog Thor.
Yeah, Frog Thor.
So Reed's face seems to have come out a lot better than Sue's. Because Sue's...
yeah, she looks old.
Yeah, she does look very old. That could be the sculpt, but I think it's much more...
The highlight seems a bit very sharp features.
I think it's also because the colour's a bit sallow.
And also, because I can see the shadow at the forehead wrinkle a bit.
Yeah.
So, I think if you are able to cover that forehead wrinkle up, or maybe give us some eyebrows or something. That might help cover that a bit up. And she's blonde, right, in the show?
I haven't really followed the hair color of the Fantastic Four.
But I think once he changes the hair color, it'll help.
I think they might be black-haired.
Oh, black-haired. Well, as long as it's not grey. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that might be another thing. Yeah, alright. So, another work in progress from Larry.
Well done.
Alright,
and another one from Larry.
Yes. So, this is 34, which I think is important, because this is where we're going to the Pink Ranger. Mm-hmm. You're off, are you?
Okay, thank you so much for sticking around, Nero.
Hope everybody also have fun.
See us.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you, Nero. Have a good one.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
Sabine Wren, leader of the Mandalorian clan Wren, finished. Did some freehand detail work for the armor decorations. Spotted orange on the gauntlets like they are in the show, at least as well as I can get the effect. And made the orange pauldron a little spotty and discolored in spots for the same reasons. The checked pauldron should be smaller squares, but I'm not at the point of being able to do that yet at that scale.
Yeah, no, that's totally okay. And the thing is, right, what we're doing is we are selling an illusion.
Yeah,
right?
From that distance, I'm not even zoomed in as much as Henry is right now. I think it looks really nice. It reads as a checker pattern. Yeah,
and that's the important part, right? Because we're going for verisimilitude, the feeling of reality, not reality itself.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a matter of getting the illusion off.
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have to be like so precise.
So I think that all of the details and all of that come through very nicely. I wouldn't be worried about this at all. I'd say any of my criticisms come primarily from the chosen color scheme, which seems very sort of
Power Ranger.
yeah, and like obviously you didn't choose that. It seems like every girl Power Ranger ever, because it's like the pink Ranger
and yellow.
and the yellow down the bottom. But like you see this one, right? And like that's about it, because like I like the way that you've done the orange. I really liked the checker patterning. Like I didn't think any of it, but the thing that I thought was really good was the neatness of these lines.
Mm-hmm.
And like it does very much seem like the kind of like detail that might be on a character like this. I think that the dark saber effect, or whatever this blade is, like it's some sort of energy effect. I think that it's come through all right, but not perfect.
Yeah.
I'd say that primarily comes from this angle here, and I think that there's not a whole lot you can do about that, because of it's just like this. It's not even meant to be that thickness from the show, because it's meant to be a very thin blade.
Oh.
So this looks kind of like a Space Marine chainsword at this angle.
Oh, I guess it does.
But yeah, so what would you like to say about it?
Yeah, I think it's very well.
Blonde in the comics, apparently, for
Yeah.
Sue Storm.
Yeah, that's what I figured. What was I saying? Yeah, I think it's very well executed. I think Larry obviously put quite a fair bit of work into her.
Mm-hmm.
I like the basing, quite nicely done as well. I would say the same. I would say the weakest part is the blade. But everything else was really nice and neat. Great separation. Very nice details.
I thought the blade looks decent. I don't think it looks bad.
Yeah, but it is still the weakest part of this model.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, like I don't think it's bad. Okay, I'll be forced to agree with you, because like I was taking a look at the rest of it and going, was there anything else? But yeah, no, I think great basing as well. And see, like guys, this is all you need for 3 elements. You've got the sort of sandstone style rocks. You got a shrub there, and you got the pale desert sand.
Soil, yeah.
Yeah, and like it doesn't need to be anything crazy. But let us move on to. We've got so many left to go, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Rat Boy.
Alright, boy, update on new project.
Okay.
Which is the Necron.
I will just write this down. So that's 39.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yep. You sure you remember the names? Because you haven't been writing the names.
Okay.
Okay. Update on new army project by Rat Boy. And I quite like the way that this is looking so far. I do think that it could use a bit more separation. I think it is a whip.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it just looks like all gloss black.
Yeah, there is a lot of gloss black.
So, so now that you're zoomed in, I can see that the front armor plates on the thigh is actually like a very dark gunmetal.
Mm-hmm.
But it blends in to the point that it looks like just
gloss
black
here. Yes.
Yeah, so I think you could do a little bit of something to try and bring back some definition.
Yeah, which could be just as much as like just doing some true metallic metals by doing some highlights on the steel to sort of bring it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, look, I think the green and the maroon is a good color choice. I like the white as a separator. The white is a great separator when you've got models this dark.
Yeah. And I think the green sort of energy effect has come through quite nicely.
Yeah, I'd probably want it to like have a tesseract over that so that you get more of that yellowish vibrancy instead of the white.
Yeah, because it's a very sort of sickly green that they have.
Yes, yes, it is.
This is more minty green.
Yes, 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 it is. All right. Okay. Moving on, we have Larry again at 41.
At 41. All right. Oh, sorry. Looks like Facebook has betrayed me.
That's all right. We can go off my screen if you like.
No, I'm right here. Okay, here we go. Return of Testbot. Was looking for a good metallic look for something upcoming, and Scarecrow in Discord suggested a metallic base. So, scale 75, speed metal base, and Kaleido transparent airbrush paint on top. Pretty much exactly what I wanted. Very, very happy. I like Kaleido more every time I use them. Okay.
Well, what I like is how Larry shows off his tests and such, right? I know that this isn't a post I want to spend too long on because of, we got, what's that, 20 to go or something?
Yeah, quite a few.
But, like, the thing is, things like this, just where he shows off his tests, he shows off what he's using, and just, like, it really helps you get a good idea. And the fact that he also shows it with the video, how helpful is that? And it's just like with Neuro's little charts, right? Like, if you had, like, one of Neuro's charts and one of Larry's things here, you'd be set to do just about anything. You wouldn't need that whole step-by-step tutorial. You'd be like, oh yeah, I get it.
Okay, no problem, Iskanda. I think you do have a post, so...
It's alright.
When you're back, just let us know.
Alright, so next up we've got more from Larry.
Okay, so...
there's the hair.
That's a very nice hair there. Hair! Oh, why does this keep happening?
It's because Facebook is the enemy. That's why.
Sorry. Okay. Zealot Yellow thinned a bit for Sue. We'll do further highlights later. Black with walnut highlights.
Yeah.
And white for Reed. Same walnut for Sue's eyebrows. Dots of cream white for the eyes. Scared to do the irises, lol, but I'll do them when I'm less shaky-handed.
So I'd say that the Zealot Yellow has sort of gone a bit over, so you probably want to do a bit of touching up here. But I'd say, like, the thing is that even if it's a dry brush, I get like a bone color or something.
Yeah, a bone.
And like over this, because like yellow is fine, but like take a look at like the brown here. I'd almost go over this brown right here with a I'm trying to remember, like, there's a red-brown contrast. What's that one?
Is it Gorgonta Fur?
It might be Gorgonta Fur. Over this, because, like, it's quite pale.
Yeah.
And it sort of feels a little off.
Mm-hmm.
It, like, because it's meant to be sort of quite vibrant hair, if I remember. But, yeah, just something like that. I think the yellow is quite yellow rather than blonde.
Yeah.
And like, that's my feedback.
I think because he's also trying to stay true to sort of the comic colorations, and in comics they often make blonde hair.
Yellow, I know, but I just think that it feels a little off.
It does always feel off once you move it into the three-dimensional realm.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a choice.
Alright, well, let us move on to Alex. So give me a second. Alex at 45.
45. Calling him done. Happy with the result. Can't get too caught up in perfection, and I think, if anything, I went too hard on this one. I want to paint a lot of these boys, so I can't get stuck focused on one. I think I'll try batch painting a few and see how I go with that.
So there's so I think there's a few things to say. But what I will do is I will throw to Sunny first.
I think the first thing I notice is the value of the skin is quite close to the value of the robe.
Oh, okay.
And I think it could use a little bit more separation. I understand that, like, I think at this point it's just done.
Yeah.
Maybe like a nullen oil just to along the
Oh yeah,
line there.
a black lining.
Yeah. A panel line, whatever you got, just to create a little bit of separation there. Yeah, I really like the red to black fade inside the whatever gun thingy, injection gun thingy.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's amazing the way that he painted that.
Yeah, and of course, kudos to doing the very nice hazard stripe.
You okay?
Yeah. Just trying to think. Yeah, I mean, I do find the pants a little on the flat side for Alex. But I mean, I get that you want to just be.
So here's my thoughts, right? My thoughts is I think that the skins come up really nicely. It's a very interesting color. It's a very sort of classic orc color rather than like the more modern orcs. I really love the faded checker mark. That is just so cool. I think that that's amazing. We've talked about the arm and how you've done that. I think that's fantastic. I like the way that you've done the non-metallic metals. I think that that's come off just amazing, right? I also like this little effect that you've done in the scratches. I shouldn't say scratches. Where the wires are exposed. And like you can almost feel the electricity surging through it, right? I'm not as worried about the pants because the thing is, I think what he's trying to do is highlight the areas that he wants highlighted, like the arm, like the gun, like the claws, right? He's like, look at these things which are quite flashy. I will say, however, I think that the base is a little lacking.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's missing 3 elements because I do think you got the cracks and such. I do think all of that's good. And I'm not saying stick a great big tuft on it, but do you know the micro tufts? Just
little bits.
Yeah, a little micro tuft here and there. And I think that would be more than enough. Like, I'm not saying completely change the thing, right? I'm saying something that's like a millimeter high, like a millimeter wide and like half a millimeter tall. These are
very, very, very small.
Yeah, tiny. So Gamer Grass does those ones.
Yeah, I think they call it tiny tufts even.
They might, but anyway, like if you take a look at those, I think that we've actually given a lot of the feedback that we've given before. I'd say that of the weakest of all of it, I'd say it's probably this because it's just a big block of yellow, right? And like it's very eye-catching as well. So like you're just sort of like, oh, what's this? And that's not the key feature of the model. The key feature of the model, I'd say, is the skin work and the gun. And like if this was just steel, just steel, right? I'm not even or like
if he did that in the non-metallic style that he's done,
in the non-metallic style, sure, but that's extra work. But what I'm saying is, right, so imagine this is just like black or grey or something like that.
I was thinking that as well,
where it just doesn't grab the attention. Where would your eye be? It'd be up here. It would be up here. But because of the colour, right, you just whoosh.
Look at that yellow.
Yeah. And it's a very bright yellow. And it doesn't have that same, it doesn't have the highlighting.
Yeah, it's just a flat yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think that actually takes away from your model. Because I think that, like, let's take a look. You've got an Imperial Eagle tattoo up here. You've got this brilliant, especially here. Look at all of that brilliant highlighting. Like, you've got the little details in the chords and stuff, right? And where does the eye go?
Just this massive yellow canvas.
Whoa! And like, you don't have a lot of fantastic work around it. Like, this is nice, right? Right here. But we take a look, and you got a feedback loop?
Oh, let me take a listen.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we need to unplug.
All right, guys. So we will put on the music for just a moment, and we will be right back. All right. Let's see if we're coming through better now. We're good? Okay, great.
Fabulous.
And thank you very much
for telling us. Sorry about that.
Because unfortunately we can't watch ourselves. That would cause some problems. Thank you very much, guys. That is absolutely fantastic.
Alrighto.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I have to say, it does make the model feel a little bit on the cheaper side, because if you could take a look at around the area around the red wire.
Unfortunately, we can't do anything about the background noise because
that's the computer going,
yeah, it's going into orbit because it
always does this.
It gets upset once we start our stream.
Yes.
And also if we plug and unplug something like we just did.
Yeah. That's definitely the computer making its complaints.
Yes. We could completely reset up this place, but at the moment this is very much the most sidest of side gigs. But let us move on because we will go on to
John at 53.
Okay, John.
School has started back, so my painting time has shrunk. But here's what I've been working on. Welcome to Thousand Suns Week. We'll start off small. I have managed to knock out another squad of Rubrix Marines as well as add to my first. I still need to do some touch-ups on the filigree and add the bases, but they are almost done and, dare I say it, dusted. Yes, because they're the Dusty Boys. Ha ha ha. Funny.
Yeah, like, unfortunately, I don't have much to say, but I'll throw it to you, Sonny.
Very consistent, which is exactly what you want for an army. Nothing crazy. It is just clean, beautiful work.
Yeah, and see, I think that's the thing. The only thing that I'd say, if anything, just put some extra time into these fire.
And if you could use even the airbrush to try and bring in a little bit of OSL into it.
If you want, but the whole thing is, I'd probably maybe dry brush some whites or something cheap and easy. Even if it's overbrushing, it doesn't matter. And then put some Tesseract so that you've got from the black to that bright, vibrant. Yeah. And like maybe push some of the guns, like for example the eyes. What I might do is just get that white ink, dot it in those things, right, and then leave it, and then just put over some Tesseract so that it's not a whole lot of effort, because like I look at all of these, right, and that's why I didn't have a whole lot of feedback, because like Sonny said, very consistent. Like there's nothing here where I go, like you gotta get that thing like
fixed or anything. Yeah. Plus it's army painting. You can't go too
like
crazy
there's some things.
Out.
There's some things where I'm like, okay, you could clean up the gold in here or along here, but I mean, like, I've done the trim on these guys before, and I've just been like, it's alright, I'm not doing myself. Yeah. And like that's the big issue. And so like I feel I feel a little cheap, like I'm passing him over, but I think he's just done well.
Yeah.
I think he's hit his target.
Agree, 100%.
All right, well, John, I'm sorry for the lackluster feedback, but you hit your targets.
And you're doing good.
Yep.
Doing good.
All right, next up.
Yeah,
I've got to leave because this is somebody else's thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'll just give her the mouse.
No, honey.
I just can't look.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
Just
running out of oxygen. Okay. Alright, sorry for the bad final pictures. I'm not at my usual setup, and this is what I can do for now. By calling this guy done. It's been very long between paint sessions, and I just wanted him completed. C and C, welcome. So this is, wrong mouse. Let me just grab that. So yeah, I have not done, well, I've lapsed in my one model a day goal. Bit disappointed in myself.
There was a scary noise outside, so I had to come back in.
I see. He went to get another person.
No.
Betrayal.
No. Maybe.
You can hear the noises of heresy. Alright, here's your dang mouse.
I think you did really well with this one. I think once it's going to be photographed in the booth, I think it'll look a lot better.
I kind of want to have like a piece of black card just to stick on the wall for this, because like we've got, is it fluorescent lights?
Yeah, fluorescent.
Yeah, and just put it against a white wall, and didn't really quite. It always makes it overexposed a bit, and you can't really see the face. So I tried hard to photograph the face. And yeah. It was mostly ink work with this one, actually.
I think it came up well. I think this picture basically shows it the best.
Mm-hmm.
But that little fade, I think that you pretty much fit to the picture.
The picture. Oh yeah, I should have posted the picture. Because it's a group picture, so it'll be like a picture of the same guys every time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
That's pretty much it.
Let us move on to...
we have Larry.
More Larry. Impossible. Look, we've only gone through like 8 people. Shouldn't we have 7 more Larry?
Yeah. Reanimation protocol in progress. Systems initiated.
But yes, you know, and once again, this is the whole thing, guys. Post your constructions. So, your what do we call this? Assembly. Post your assemblies, just so long as you move beyond this stage.
Yeah, and I will say something about this particular one. So, this Larry has also asked in the Discord about what this thing is standing on, the ruins that it's standing on.
Yes.
And he wasn't sure. And Henry said it's like an old Mechanicus factory. But we've got another member on the Discord who has tackled the exact same model.
Oh yeah, he did it such a brilliant. It's our feature one.
Feature one, because it was such a. It is like the pinnacle of the WAYPN experience. Like he really posted start to finish what he was going for, and we were like coming in and giving him advice in between and sharing other YouTube videos for like certain effects he wanted to achieve, and he actually remolded it on top.
Yes, he did.
He resculpted over top.
So I'm just gonna bring that up now.
Thought it was such a good job that he's done.
Yeah, so he turned it into an Egyptian style
pillar kind of thing.
Yeah.
And with like Sculpey. And like he shows us all these new techniques that he otherwise would not have tried, like airbrushing, using cotton swabs to create a dust effect.
Yep.
Spackle. And it was just like so fun to watch someone play.
Yeah.
Basically, it was like, oh, I'm using this new medium and this one and this one and this one.
But we will move on before we lose ourselves. So we've got another Rat Boy.
Okay, new project update. Destroyer scheme. Trying to get better at the Force blades. Make the destroyers more matte and dirty.
So I think it's pretty much the exact same things as we were saying before. I think like the steel areas need more of a highlight. I'd probably just do what I said before. Once again, the glow. I'd probably put that Tesseract over it, or even as Sunny says, the fluoro yellow, just to have like that. And the other thing is, with the eyes, they don't currently stand out enough in my point of view. I'd probably dot a white and do the Tesseract, or just dot the white and leave it there.
Oh, Alex says, hi guys, just caught up. Rest assured, the grass tufts are coming. I planned some black flame patterns on that yellow canister, but I was spending too much time on him. I'll do it later, probably. Yeah.
Okay, so my recommendation is, rather than doing like an S-ton more work, Alex, my recommendation is don't drive yourself absolutely mental, right? You have like a life. I know we're painting Warhammer models. We're not meant to have lives. But the thing is, when it comes to all of that, what I would probably do is just either paint it like a grey or something uninteresting, right? And or you can just throw some decals on it and just with some stippling. But I really do think, because of how bright and yellow that is, I think that it just steals all of the attention. That's why I just go for grey or even black or something like that, because it just steals the attention from all of that really good work that you're doing.
Yeah.
But I pretty much repeated myself on this guy, same as the other bit.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty much looking the same as the other guy.
Yeah.
So like same feedback applies.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Okay, so Alex say, I want to keep the yellow. Once he is surrounded by 40 other models, it will all wash out.
Alright, if you say so. But if it's not that case, I'll say, told you so. Alright, so next up we have Sunny at 03.
Sorry,
04.
The thing has done the thing.
The thing has done the thing again. It helps
that
it's on your one, so that we got to spend more time looking at the post. So you did some feathering on this one?
Yeah, so started on the next guy. I used Citadel Black Legion contrast over the hair and armor plates and socks. Then mixed snakebite leather and wildwood contrast and thinned those down to apply over the pants. I don't know why I spelled it as paints, but yep. Then I went back in with thin coats of Black Legion contrast to give a darker fade towards the bottom of the pants, and using water to blur the blend lines. Yep. I decided to try giving the pants some texture, so I mixed the contrast mixture I used for the pants with scale 75 Pearl Grey to keep the tones muted and not too bright. Then I used a size 1 brush to hatch some fine lines over the highest points of the pants. Then to blend and smooth the texture into the tones of the pants, I glazed a thin layer of snakebite leather over top. Tried to highlight the hair with scale 75 black leather and a lighter version of it by mixing in Pearl Grey as well.
You love that black leather, don't you?
Yeah, I just love that recipe. It's so great. But I do think it could be better. Hair.
It could be, but I don't. I think the issue is not the current colours. I'd say it just wants another set of highlights. Yeah, to really push that gloss feel.
You can really see the lines there, right? The sculpted lines. But I'm struggling to just get it to keep those lines because it's going in between the lines. I don't want it to be.
Yeah.
It's a bit tough.
Understood.
All right. Small.
So, let us move on to... Hey, it's some more John Gass.
At 05?
Yep,
105? Yep. 1,000 suns weekday number. Here are the exalted sorcerers I have been working on.
What is this?
I was trying to be dramatic, but I couldn't do it. Obviously.
So I think very clean.
Very expressive face. Love the face. But yeah, so clean.
This does look a bit bendy though.
That is a bendy fella.
I think you need to fix that up, because if we're noticing it over the paint job, then that needs to be fixed up. This white is just so bright though.
Maybe another coat of Soul Blight Grey contrast will help. If you've not used that.
I'm just I don't like the Soul Blight's a lot better than
not Apothecary White. I'm talking Soul Blight Grey.
Yeah, but that's a shade, not a contrast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we normally recommend.
Super thin if you're gonna do it. But once again, I'd say the same things, just
with the fire.
Yeah. Because you want that sickliness to it. Super clean, all of it. I feel like with a lot of these things, I'd either do the what do we call them? Black oil wash, or do white oils and then hit it with the Tesseract. Just choose one, because these are very deep cuts, and I think you could shade them a bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah. Alright, but yeah, so that's about it. Like, I really feel like I'm giving John the bum drum, because like I feel like he's hitting all the things.
Yeah, like what else is he gonna do? It is 1,000 Suns Week. Like, he just wants to have these guys finished.
And he's doing it.
He's doing it.
Yeah,
it's clean. It's beautiful. It's not
bad.
Messy. I think.
Yeah. It's just
great separation.
Yeah, and but it's also not super exciting, because we don't have like those extreme highlights or anything. But
maybe because we're also used to a certain level from John. Like, he goes.
Oh yeah, he does. But I mean, like, it is getting an army painted.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next.
So moving on to
Combat Patrol by David. Today's progress: Mortarian Navy, almost ready to do the bone bits.
Okay. And David. All right. So it's done some more, which is good. Alright, I just want to take a look at the blacks, because I think that's what we commented on last time.
It's looking a little bit smoother.
Yeah, I'd say a lot smoother compared to where we were last time. Now, of course, this is a work in progress, so I think I'll really have to see how it looks, because at the moment, it's
very hard to judge.
Yeah, well, I'd say especially with the Wolfen, and how they've got these black faces against the white armor, and we don't have the sort of the faces brought up yet. I'd say with the helmets, they're looking great. The helmets and the shoulder pads are looking great. Also, so you see this guy back there where the actual shin pad. Sorry, that's where I was touching. Yeah. That looks good, because you've got this strong separation between the shin pad and between the foot there. So that helped. Every time we got a separator, that's good.
Yeah. You could also do boots with the fur.
And Sunny ruined it. We're moving on. All right. So we got Larry at 10.
Yeah, Larry at 10. Laying a little groundwork.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, work in progress. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Deserty looking start of the soil.
Alright, so next up.
More from Larry.
Yes.
Blue shirt.
Yes, blue shirt.
Thank you, Larry.
You've missed a spot.
Yes, the shirt goes all the way down.
Yes. Oh no, that's his pants.
Yes.
My mistake.
He was not wearing a onesie before he.
He was not what do you call it? He was not a gas station attendant. Yeah. Or a mechanic.
A mechanic.
Yeah.
Biomechanical man. Was it old mechanic man?
No, that's the misheard lyrics.
Yeah.
Old mechanic man. Yeah.
Yeah. Looking good, Larry.
Yep. And then we've got Iskander.
Hopefully he is back from prayers.
We will soon find out. Okay, so that's at 11.
Yeah, 11. Sometimes it takes skills. Other times it takes patience. Lots and lots and lots of patience. 3 more to go. Yeah.
We've
done these.
We've done this one, and I'd have to say very similar sort of things. Only thing that I would say is you can push those a little bit. The lines, you can push them into the whites. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. All right, let us move on to.
Oh, we have Liam.
Yeah, Liam.
Just about ready to put a fork. This skeleton. Okay, whole lot of dry brushing here, as I lacked a stone brush. First, some bluish green.
Stone brush?
That's what it says here. Stone brush.
Okay.
First, some bluish.
It's betrayed you again.
Sorry.
Facebook strikes again.
I don't even have the OBS on.
I know.
I see. I think the curse is spreading.
Well, luckily it hasn't done it to this one thus far.
Why did you say that out loud, honey?
I didn't think about it, that's why.
Okay, first some bluish green to go over the light blue, followed by some copper, and then a faint dusting of gold. 99% sure I just gotta glue it down to a proper base, clean it up, and it's all set. Big thanks to Jack for the assistance. See tutelage on this part of the project. As the other mini barely touched it, did another layer of red, and that's it. Didn't feel like enough to document.
All good. And look, here's the thing. I think this looks great. I really like it.
Nice little skelly boy.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy, right? But just doing that, dusting of bronze and grey has really brought it up.
Yeah.
But apparently it is sponge.
Yeah, it's sponge, but you've written it as stone here.
Perhaps the computers have plotted against us.
A sponge brush.
Yes.
Worked out great.
Yeah, no, it's it works, man.
He's
and look,
so very poised, little skelly boy, isn't he?
Well, like here's the thing. Like Liam's had some troubles in the past with painting, and I think like it might be a really basic guy, but it works.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, one of the things that we like to do is we like to acknowledge you using the keyboard.
I wasn't using it before. I was using my mouse.
That's why
honey.
That's why you're having problems.
It was
You
not.
can't touch the keyboard.
I
You just
didn't.
can't.
I was using the mouse.
I saw you touch the keyboard.
Yes, at that time, but before that, I didn't.
You can't touch the keyboard. It's finicky like that. Anyway, so one of the things that we like to acknowledge is when people have had those sorts of steps up, when they've sort of put that extra effort and it's actually paid off. And I think for Liam, it has, right? And like the thing is, he's had a few struggles, right? And we're not talking about necessarily real life. Everybody has struggles in real life. It happens, but the thing is, when something comes out well after somebody hasn't done the best before, you should acknowledge it. Because that's how we progress, little by little. We don't progress by doing these huge leaps, and that's what we try and encourage in WAYPN. You show off all of those little bits, because otherwise people don't get it. Don't get just how much effort goes into getting those little jumps. Because, you know, those little jumps turn into big jumps. And, like, maybe I'm being optimistic, maybe I'm being, you know, whatever, but let's take a look at it again, right? Alright. Something like, I think, almost 150 years ago now, I think we had our first flights. You know, man-made flights, right? We didn't have anything like that before, right? We barely got the automobile before that. And then less than 100 years later, you know, we are on the moon.
Oh.
And then, you know, hopefully within the next few years, we're not going to have just, you know, robots on the moon, but hopefully we will also have robots on Mars and maybe people beyond Earth. For however long we've been around, right? We have just been on this rock. And in those short steps, we've made it that far. So just think, you know, I've had a few rough patches. That's okay. You can improve. Everyone can. It is completely possible.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are moving on to Alex at 17.
Yep. I haven't batch painted anything in years. Not since we moved to digital for D&D. Got these assembled today and painted to this point. Primed base layer on the skin and got the yellow down on the boys.
Man, that yellow is so bright.
Yeah. But very clean, too. I think this is excellent work.
It's interesting. Alex. It's interesting, sort of seeing how people go with things, like the fact that he does red on the skin to start.
And Iskander says, "Improve at your own time, at your own pace." Yeah,
I think yes, 2 degrees, Iskander. You know, like
sometimes
you need that extra push.
Yeah. Sometimes.
But yeah, so I think all of these are looking great.
Yeah, and you know, like, I know how draining batch painting can be.
Yeah.
So, like, the fact that you've got, let's see here, 4 plus 5, 9 plus 4, 13 models.
Yeah.
To this stage, like, that's pretty good. That's really good. It doesn't look impressive right now. Like, to a viewer, it's like, psh,
but whatever. This is probably a couple of hours
but, but it took time. And, like, when you've got it to this stage, it just makes you want to push even further. Because,
yes.
like, you've
already got that
base down.
Like, that's why when it comes to a lot of things, one of the things I will do is, even if it takes me a whole afternoon, I'll get everything zenithal. Because once you've got it zenithal, you come back to the model and you're like, I can see everything. I've got a base to start with.
Yeah, it could be like tomorrow. It could be a week from now. Hell, even a month from now.
Or even longer.
But you've got them primed. And whenever the mood strikes, you don't have to fuss about it. You can just start.
Alright, so would you like to read out Joseph?
Oh, yeah. 1 second. Okay. Mostly just base coating done so far. I'm lacking motivation. For 15 years, I've been rushing up catch-up, finding the balance between quality and time and effort. Now I'm up to date and the rush is gone. And I mostly just have pieces that deserve more attention. I'm a little lost and lacking in drive. I'm still picking up the brush and hope to find it again soon. I have one problem with this piece. She has veins of plants sculpted on her. On her shoulders, I made them part of the shirt. She has a couple on her neck and chest. I was hoping to paint them as stray hairs, but I tried one and hated it. Any suggestions? I could try burying them under layers of paint, but I think that'll show up. Also, the shoulder pad leaves. Should they be one color leather? Layers of leather browns or gold? They have no texture.
I'd just say paint them up as leaves. And like this, rather than, look, you've been rushing around this whole time, so just don't. Just don't.
I know it's hard because like you've been moving at a very different pace, and then once you've slowed down to like, oh, we've got to do the attention to detail bits. Yeah, it's difficult to transition. So,
and like you've been painting a lot of models where they've been doing a lot of the work for you, and a lot of this is, I'm not going to lie, very flat.
Yeah.
Right, and see. It's probably sculpted this way deliberately so that painters can leave their mark on it.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, right? I know this is going to sound completely counterintuitive. It's totally fine to shelf this guy, right? Mm. You don't have to do this one. You can move on to something else. If you're having some troubles with it, it's alright to move on. And see, I know that you're in that get it done mindset. But see, when it comes to some of these things, you don't have to get it done. You don't have to. It's just not necessary. So look at it that way. Don't try and force yourself, right? If you're used to being in a rush and all of that sort of thing, maybe take some time to enjoy not painting. Like everybody else here, I would not give that advice. But Joseph has been number one smasher out of models forever, right? And like I've always said, he's been one of my hobby heroes. But I mean, like, have a beer, see some mates, you know.
Yeah.
Because
do something else.
Well, like the thing is, you've earned it. Like you put in the effort. Maybe play some games at some areas where, you know, you get to show off your paint jobs.
Yeah.
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 And it's totally alright to go to bed.
Yeah. I mean, you've been up here since 4 a.m., Liam. Like, go to bed. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry about our U.S. audience. Yeah, it's pretty early for y'all, and we really appreciate that you even stayed up for this. So.
Alright, so we're on to John at 23.
Okay. Yeah. I know a week is 7 days, and I only posted on 3. So me! Last post of 1,000 Suns week. Araman trying to push the brightness of the highlights on the cape, and magic bits. Still have a ways to go, but I think he's getting there.
Yes, so once again, I'd say all of the exact same things. Like push this into the sickly green, right? I'd say I really like the robes and these nice subtle transitions from like a sort of rich purple to a bright magenta. I think all of that looks really, really nice. I very much like that sort of thing. But yeah, so there's this guy on disc. I think it still is him. So I'm looking at the disc itself. I think that this is one of those things where it's crying out for the white oil. I should say white oil wash for the people who don't know what we're talking about. But you just touch it here, touch it there, right, and let it naturally flow. And then just leave it. Don't touch it. Don't come back. And then hit with the Tesseract glow and just really pushes those things. And along here, the complete opposite. Just either over brushing or dry brushing. Doesn't really matter which. Because, like, I think, because everything's so consistent, you want something to draw the eye. Right? And like, because I think that you're doing a great job with everything being consistent. But yeah, just have that effect where it's like, ooh, you know, like, what's the guy, the meme guy, the black guy who goes, baby back ribs.
Yeah. Chili's baby back ribs.
Oh, man.
That's the one, right?
These are, we are revealing our degenerate memes that we watch. Like Rude Jack and stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. Like I feel like once again that I'm giving John the Cold Shoulder, because like he's putting great work here,
yeah.
but like there's like nothing wrong with it. Like it's hit that certain level, right? And if he wants to go beyond that, he's gonna have to push. All right, so yeah, let us move on, and we've got more from David
at 26. Current work in progress: primed, dark blue, red, wood, and ice. Done.
Okay, at 26.
26.
And it's David. All right, so
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So once again, the black's looking better. Red's coming through nicely. I'm just taking a look at things. See, one of the problems is with having all of this white. Any issues you have is going to be very unforgiving. Because like, see, like here, right? Imagine that was black, right? Or even grey. Like you have those little bits going over the edge. It wouldn't matter as much. So when it comes to all of this, I think it's looking good. We've got progress. That's the main thing. Just keep getting that progress, and you'll get there. And once you get there, then you can refine from there. Because that's the big thing. It's about giving that push, getting that bit further. But I do think that the black is looking a bit better compared to where we were last time. And I think that was one of the major things that we talked about last time. So let us move on, and we are with Larry once again. So we've got Larry at 27. And guys, like, if I'm not spending long on you, like, I'm not upset with you or anything like that. It's just some of the times you've hit a certain level and there's not much to say, right? Like, for example, here with Larry, right? He's just doing some priming, doing some prep work. I'll just read out just some prime. Yeah. And like, oh, it's Hasta. And like, the thing is, it's not exciting. He's just showing off what he's, the primes that he's used. And that's it. And some of the times that's all you need to do. You don't have to, like, have everything in the world done, right? You can just show off that little bit of progress. Alright, so next up we've got some more Larray. Alright, so what is the personification of entropy to do with cultists if not experiments? Here we have Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde, the cultists of Hasta, the acolytes of the King in Yellow. There's a lot of different theories on the best way to do yellows. So Inky is coloured brown. We did a whole thing on yellow. Pinky is pink, Blinky is yellow, and Clyde is the control, which is the Zenithal. Let the experiment begin. Okay, so... And yeah, so we talked about this. So essentially, this is kind of the way that we suggest for nice naturals, except what we suggest is, instead of just a brown, what we say is you're going to want a sort of warm zenithal. So this would go into bone rather than white. This will give an analogous color scheme. This will give you your sort of higher saturations, but your shadows are going to look a little off, right? And this one, your shadows are going to look the most off, but you'll have the highest contrast.
Yeah.
So Larry is doing an experiment with yellows.
Oh.
And
trying out the different ways to shade it.
Yeah. So he's got
Analogous.
Brown, pink, yellow, and zenithal.
Yeah.
And I was just explaining that, like, the one that we recommend for nice warm yellows is the
browns.
Yeah, the brown zenithal specifically. So not just brown, but like you go into bone and so on.
Which we show in our Understanding Yellow video.
All right, and we got one more Larry that I didn't bring up, which was he's just airbrushed the
diorama based thingy.
And then I think we are on to Chris Shah, who is going to end us for this week. So I will go 31. Okay, 31 and Chris.
Didn't really know how to do the flayed skin, so just had a go with some speed paint and then spots of red and brown. GW resin models are a bit of a nightmare to assemble.
Yes.
So wasn't that motivated paint, but happy to be done.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that these are in resin.
Oh, these are Forge World models.
Yeah, no, we hate Forge World. Won't get into it.
Well,
causes us major depression.
We could get into it, and we'd be here for some time. So the flayed skin.
Larry basically did a flayed skin effect by using Doomfire magenta thinned down over the skin, and it turned out really nice.
Yeah, because I can see what you're going for. He's going for more like a bloodied skin, right? Like it's weeping.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my recommendation is not a GW paint.
That's fine.
So if you have the Intensity from scale 75, red oxide, I think.
Oh, yeah.
That would be perfect to get you that sort of proper, sort of saw red flesh. That's what I used with my the Bushido models for like the wounds, the area around the skin. That's what I used, and it just looks more natural.
So I'd say that I'd say that the furs can come up really well. I'd say that his basing is great as per usual, but I would say that the flayed skin is a bit of a miss. So what would I do? So I think the problem is that with a lot of these other ones, it's going to have to be like start from scratch. What I might consider doing is using some thinned blood for the blood god in certain areas and sort of have it push a bit over onto a bit of the fur, and some blood for the blood god. And if you could get like any dripping effect, I think that would be great. But look, we are currently still, and it's on hold because of some reasons, but we're not going to reveal things. But client is fantastic. The client is not the issue. But the thing is with all of this, right? I just think that you could push a bit more, but I think unfortunately Forge World, they should not have the reputation that they do, in my opinion. I'm very upset because we're working on a model that costs as much as a used car, and a good used car, not a cheap one. It's a little over 3,000 Australian.
Probably.
And the issue is there's so much flashing. If you had the problems that we did with a second-hand car that we do with this model, someone would call it a lemon. But for some reason, Forge World gets away with just absolute garbage production levels. Absolute garbage. I would fire the QA person and I would blackball them from the industry. What a turnaround from my We can make it to Mars.
Fire this man!
No, really, honestly, guys, if you ever get Forge World models and you're having trouble with them, it is not you. It is Forge World. And I completely understand. I think that you've done really well with what you've got. But I do think that the wound effect hasn't quite come
through yet.
Yeah,
it almost looks like orange skin.
It looks a bit lavary.
Yeah, and I do think you could do better with the fur as well.
I like the fur.
But you always say the fur could be better, and I see it this time.
No, I think the furs come through well this time. I like the fur this time because it's not as glossy as usual.
Disagree.
Alright, disagree all you want, but this is the end of the show.
The show.
So we'll disagree. We'll have the domestic offline about Chris. You did this, Chris! You did this! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining us. And I'm glad that Facebook cooperated on at least one machine today. But, guys... This is what it's about. It's about this. It's about trying, new things. It's about, doing batch painting after not doing it for years. It's about stepping up, even if it is just that little step up for you, or other people can't see your step up. It's about putting in that progress, which feels like it's going to take forever. It's about putting in that one little step, because nothing starts finished. Right? No matter what the social media tells you, that's why we started this. Nothing starts finished, right? You've got to just assemble the model. You just got to put in that extra layer of paint. Even here, even where we started out, what did we see? How many paints does he have in the end, huh? How many steps do we go through to get the final result? Right? It's not one, it's not two, is it? It's a few more than that, isn't it? It's a few more than just that.
Yeah. At all these different tones.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. And keep those brushes wet. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye.